Hey everybody, welcome. It is Wednesday the 15th. Yep. And we are sitting in for another round of Hard Space Shipbreaker. I just let my phone start talking. Why did it do that? Alright, we're gonna continue Hard Space Shipbreaker. We're gonna do some standard mode. Click. Wait, no. Click. Okay, there we go. Alright, back into the career. Tighten up the old boom arm there. Okay. So, we kind of caught up to where we were before the release. And they definitely, I feel much more progressed. The request ship was lost in processing as compensation for technical error. We've cleared the, what? Must be because of the update? Although I don't think I was working on a ship, so I think I just got a free 3 million. Okay. Do we have anything to data mine? No, I don't think so. Alright, and ship doctoring. We need one piston found in utilitarian arms. Okay. Let's take another look at our equipment here. We have no links tokens, apparently. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like we had to have some links tokens, but I don't remember. We didn't play last week, so there has been 1 week and one update. Okay, so this is the training for explosives, I think. All right.
Hey there, Cutter.
Oh, they have given us a timer now.
Going over the power generator. Hold up now. Training time has not been authorized. We have quotas to meet.
Weird.
Hal, power generators are highly hazardous. Joseph, you've got to promote self-sufficiency in your team. Let 52 here hash it out. Nothing like a spare or two to let the lesson sink in. Hal, look, I gotta report if we're not hitting quotas. Don't want to draw Rye Paulson's attention now, right? All right, Cutter. I'm adding some tasks for you to follow for this shift only. Just make sure you pull them fuses before going for the power generator.
Okay. So optional, salvage the power generator, salvage one fuse. Okay, we're outside again. Where's the power generator? Probably, I would guess, in the back here. All right, so that's the coolant. That's the reactor. Where is a power generator? What is this motivating you in this game right now? What is motivating me in the game right now? $1 billion of debt. If you're here for 15 minutes, you'll get to see my debt piled up. The $1 billion of debt I got though because Earth sucks and there's no food on it and I have to feed my family. This must be the power generator. So I joined Lynx Corporation to become a shipbreaker. I guess I didn't do that the right way. And so to become a shipbreaker, I had to go into billions of dollars of debt.
There's one of them.
Okay.
Cutter. See them blinking red lights? Wait till they're off, then pull the release lever. Ah, there it is. The power generator. These beauties carry a heck of a
Where's the
charge,
fuse?
So be extra careful.
Oh,
Keep right to a
here.
crisp. Now don't forget to salvage that fuse. See those lights around? Gave yourself a serious jolt, huh, Cutter?
Ah!
The timing takes practice.
Oh, so just like real life? Yeah, pretty much.
Wait for the red lights to be off.
I understand now. All right, can I not? That's scrap now? Is there another fuse? I'm concerned that that might have been my only fuse. Did you just electrocute myself? Sure did. This is the first time I've done this kind of ship, and it's gonna go poorly. And these are not gonna be profitable runs for me because I'm trying to learn the new mechanic. Oh, a rod. All right, this is surely was a fuse at some point. All right, I think I...
Cutter, that thing's surging like hell.
Damn it.
Must have missed a fuse. Keep your distance.
Where are the
bar.
dang fuses? All right, can I? No, I can't. I've messed up. I've messed up greatly. Okay, I can cut my way out here. Surely, ha 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 ha. I leave town one day and you're doing ships already? Baby, I was doing this before you left town. Can I not get out? Okay. Ah, that's dangerous. Shit. Go! Oh, no, that was very fast. I did not expect that to go very fast. Okay, now I can get the... All right, you're going to the barge. Come on out. Go. What a waste. It was so bad. Oh, that's why I wouldn't move.
Congratulations, Cutter. You secured your first power generator.
Jeez. All right. Well, I like to take these ships on a little bit more like... I can't cut these? Are you serious? What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna have to upgrade my cutter so that I can cut third tier 3 cut points. Or we're gonna have some serious issues. I think this whole front is kind of like dead to me. I didn't look at the name, only the color of it, and thought that was Lou. No, not Lou. Yeah, I know, too many red people, right? All right. Break that apart. Maybe I can get some of this into the right place. Just processor stuff in there. Look at all the balls hanging off that. Hey, New Kex, how are you? I'm doing all right. It was a long day. Look at this, so many people here.
Warning. Fuel
Am I already low on fuel? Jeez.
Fuel supplies are available purchase, the Master Jack.
That's what they called me in college. Look at oxygen. Oh, there you go. I am $1,143,004. 1,143,000. No, yeah, well, 143,004,649.92 in debt.
Have a nice day.
All right, so I've detached that. I gotta figure out how I can, sort of break into that.
Salvage registered.
I might have to see if I can get some of these Lynx tokens and upgrade my cutter to cut tier 3, or just shove it all into the processor
Salvage
and pray.
applied. Processing valuable object.
Is it? Okay, it's not. Why do I have spooky music? What was pressurized? I checked. It didn't say pressurized. So much debt, yeah. Pretty much. All right. Ooh, I love the poster. Mine.
Valuable
Come
object
back.
processed.
What? There was a wall terminal on there? I'm being so bad right now. Credit drive.
Cutter, shift's got about 5 minutes
I
left.
know. We wasted so much time.
Weaver out.
This is not gonna be profitable. We're not even gonna get hit first. The first,
Salvage deposit.
whatever,
Apply
quota.
credit to account. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
What? How did I destroy it? I'm doing great, guys. I'm doing great.
Secured. Applying credit.
Anything else in here? This is for the furnace. Come on, why is everything so heavy? I thought I had stronger tools than that. This looks like a great game. It is a fun game if you're kind of into meditative
Material deposited.
pseudo puzzles.
Credit applied.
I enjoy it quite a bit. Alright, anything else on here? I could break the ceiling off, but I don't need to do that. So this can all just go right in the processor. You need some type of scrapper accent. Whoa, 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 my thrusters just damaged themselves. Oh, cripes. I'm a scrapper now.
Credits deposited.
Oh no. I got spooky music. What am I gonna do with all the spooky music? Oh, I didn't realize I took the whole ring off. Come on.
Processing valuable
Get in there. Boom. Boom. That's my scrapper accent. Yup. Oh, there's the other fuse. There was 2 more fuses. Great. Must need something else to fall apart. Push. That's not going through the wall. Don't worry about that. Why is that still attached?
salvage deposit confirmed.
Oh, well, you know what? I probably should finish cutting these parts.
1 minute left to the end of the line, Cutter. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
All right, Weaver. Come on. You got yourself, like, mutated into some kind of freakish monster. So really, that's a low bar to set. Okay, that's going in. That did not get in. 36 seconds left on this day, on this shift. Go in. Yeah. Hey, we got our first thumbs up.
Additional rewards assigned.
All right, what was the button? They added a button that like lets you grab the wall. There it is. Oh man, day 1. All right, it was profitable, just not really greatly profitable. We did make $4 million. Only 17 Lynx tokens. I doubt that's enough. We're gonna. What do we have to get to raise up to cut our level 3? Yep.
Good morning, shipbreaker. Lynx
I
would
got a
like
new
to share the
poster.
following message. The only P's permitted in the salvage yard are profit, processor, and potassium trifluoromethane sulfonate.
Oh boy. Okay. Much debt. All right, workstation. Equipmento. Repair. And repair. And then cutter. Range. Cooldown, durability, drain. How do I get to higher level cut? Or, oh. I know what I need. I need demo charges. Cut grade 3. Ah! That's 120 Lynx tokens. What do you start with debt in this game or what? Yes, so this is a future dystopia where there is basically no food left on the planet. Everything's super expensive, and in order to make ends meet for your family, you join the Lynx Corporation as a hard space shipbreaker, a cutter. In order to become a cutter, you have to rent all their equipment, you have to get yourself cloned, you have to get to space and all this stuff. So you end up in about $1.5 billion of debt in order to start the job. And then you do the job. All right. There are no pistons on this ship. Why cloning? Because when you die, which happens, I've died 3 times, they recreate you from your genetic DNA that they've locked away, so that you can keep working. It's called the Everwork program. so that you never can't work. Also, it kills you the first time they do it.
Thank you for your purchase.
So you do start the game off dying. It's basically torture. Yeah, there's a fun little scene where you're screaming and in pain, and it's like, hey man, just doing our thing. All right. More fuses shooting off into the atmosphere here. Let's start ripping some of this stuff off a little faster. Got to be a little bit more careful.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Got to go a little faster too, just so we can stay profitable, meet quotas. I think I removed this whole section here. Oh, nope. Okay. Something's loose now. Come on, right?
Registered. Transferring credit.
Nope. It's a ceiling. Another one. Why is my character freaking out? Is it because I'm near this electrical thing? That is a horrifying concept, because they clone you, but it isn't the real you anymore. It's practically somebody else, and you just die. You actually cease existing. And yep, exactly. And they do it all the time. They remove you, or every time you die, you're dead. The clone of you isn't you. It's a being that just has all of your memories and thinks it's you. But yeah, you died the minute you signed that Lynx contract and they took your initial DNA sample. There is a way you can play this game where you only get one replacement, which is theoretically the one that you get right in the beginning. It's like essentially an Iron Man mode. Because honestly, there isn't really any serious threat. You die, you get resurrected here. Like, obviously it's horrifying on an existential video game level, but it's a video game. You know, your debt can keep piling up, but it's relatively easy to make 500,000 a day, which is about what you need to stay on par with your debt. I don't know how to get this part of the ship out. But I want to get it out. Come on. I've disconnected everything. It's not attached anymore. Is it just too big? It might just be too big. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting it to move. You don't go in there. You go in the processor.
Secured. Applying credit.
Okay. All right, now we need to get this big old ring off without taking the rest of the ship with it. Yeah, no, that's taking the rest of the ship with it. There we go. Yeah, anyway, leave it to fun video games about the future to give you your existential crisis for the day. Alright, so these just go to the furnace, but we don't have to cut them out because it's all gonna go to the furnace. The lights technically can go into the thing, but they're worth basically nothing. So let's just start getting the stuff that's gotta go into the barge. which includes that ladder.
Credits transferred.
Dun, 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 dun.
Salvage deposited.
All right, I already have these posters, so
Processing valuable.
oh, there is a door on that side, so let's go to that side. What? Come on. Slow down. Kind of lost control there for a second. Okay. What can we get through the door?
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
These are always the worst. Come on. Now straight out. Straight on till sunrise. There we go.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Yep. Ugh, that's what I hate. When it gets all twisted. Where's the barge? I lost it. There it is.
Salvage deposit.
Gotta get those head controls.
Account credited.
It's like the way it grabs things is just so weird. It doesn't grab them the way you'd want it to. Like, why did that turn sideways?
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Damn it. I hate these things. The physics on this really could use some work. I'm just kind of smashing things now and hoping I can get it eventually where I need it to go. I should just cut through. I'm being finicky trying to get it through the door.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Let's just cut through. We are a cutter after all. And cut. 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 Remove. That's going in, right? Yep, okay. Fuel pipe goes in the processor?
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Alright, where's the other thing?
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account. Salvage registered. Transferring
Oops.
credit.
Just launched myself into the... Did we destroy the... Oh, no, there it is. It got pushed into the other room. Insane. We spent the whole day
Salvage deposit secured.
working on this
Credits
room.
awarded.
Easy crazy.
Salvage secured.
We better get the second quota by sending this thing into the furnace. Okay, where's the nearest furnace?
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
All right, go, you dumb thing. see.
Cutter, there's 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
Get in while the getting's good. Weaver out.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
That's doing good.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
What here goes to the processor? Nothing. Okay. Let us begin cutting. We definitely, to take on ships of this size, we need the demo charges, which is annoying.
Deposit accepted.
I destroyed a door? Okay. You attach to you, attach to you. Need to go down. Alright, you'll go that way first. Then you need to go down. I also need to extend the length of my tethers. Oh, where did that attach to? Shit.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Wasting my tethers. Oh, I accidentally released coolant into the world.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Oxygen reserves are dropping.
That's dropping too fast.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alright, hold on. I just got a text I have to read. Are you still with us, ex Librissa?
Welcome to Metatron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Guess not. Cutting up ships is very calming. For the most part, until you start exploding. But yeah. That's why I describe this game as being meditative.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
I imagine it can be quite not calming to watch somebody who
Salvage deposited.
isn't super good at it. Oh, those all need to go down. I didn't even realize that. Even these empty ones.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
This is your 1-minute warning, Cutter. Bring it home.
Any other ones that I left behind? Yep, there's one.
Transferring credits.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
Yeah.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Did I
Applying
not
credit.
cut that one? Oh, I didn't cut these. Gotta fix my... Oh, no! No! Gotta fix my grappler. I'm gonna have to buy some... I got 9 seconds? Crap. I gotta buy some repair kits.
Credit transferred.
We're not gonna make it. Just float away. $23. I gotta save all those up so that I have any chance of cutting this thing apart at the end of the day.
Hello, Shipbreaker. Overnight genetic backup complete.
Ooh.
Pattern deviation nominal. Have a
Hey, I
good
got that
night.
for going fast by accidentally boosting myself across the map. I need to do some repairs. All right, back in. And I hope it doesn't take us 7 days. Cut this ship up. Cut this ship.
Welcome to Venditron 9000. Thank you for your
Tethers restored.
Thank you for your purchase.
Send that stuff into the abyss. Alright, I can't...
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
I won't be able to take this thing apart.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay, I will be able to take it apart, but not the way I would like to normally. It's gonna be heavy as all get out. Difficult to get into the furnace, it looks like. Go, my pretties.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Okay. Looks like I might be able to cut this into 2 parts. How much of this needs to go in the processor? There's a lot of structural titanium that needs to go in the processor. That's the problem. I can't separate that yet. Everything there is... ready to go.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
All right, the back of the ship is definitely the most dangerous part. Just like a horse. Or your girlfriend. What? Push away. It's too heavy. I can't separate those. All right. Oh no, it's cut grade 3. At least I can get these. Are there engines to worry about? No, because this is all like ion. There is this to worry about. Let's take this cap off. And that thing goes right in the processor and is worth mucho bucks.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
All right. I need to get in there. So I need to get in through the... I think the only way to get in is through the the doors over here. Which I may have messed up a little bit. Okay, so we've got a whole thing here. Which I don't even know how to get this reactor out. Ugh. Because I can't remove those big old donger things, those donkey dongs, as Majima likes to say. I don't know how to clear a solid path. I also don't 100% remember. Oh, of course we don't have any power left because I didn't. I done goofed it, guys. Do I not even have enough power to do this? Oh, I gotta do this stuff before I take the power out. Alright, maybe I can do everything from back here. Honestly, I think this ship might be a lost cause. We might see what we can get out of it, like, today. Got myself a pretty big bowl of milk with honey and oatmeal. Woke up with an awful acidic stomach, so I've been treating myself well. Big bowl of milk and honey definitely sounds like you're treating yourself well, man. That sounds good. Okay. I think I have to cut through this because I don't even know how I would go about cutting through this though. This is like cut level 5 or something crazy. I could do this. This seems like it'll be bad, but
Salvage destroyed. Please refrain from damaging salvage.
okay. Well, we did it. Didn't explode. Does mean I can probably get the
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Ugh, I hate this thing's location. Come on, you big freaking ring of nanocarbon. Let's at least get... There. Stop. Go over there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Are you serious? I hate you. You stupid ring of nanocarbon.
Processor deposit accepted.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, so definitely needed to do that. Basically just looking for the best money I can get for the next 7 minutes. Getting the reactor out is definitely part of that. I don't think I'm going to be able to take off any more walls. Well, okay, that might not be true. I think I'll be able to take off this wall. Does look like it. Okay, now need to remove the protective paneling around the reactor.
Deposit accepted for processing.
Whatever. Get underneath it. These things are worth like $1,000. Just get them out of my way. Okay. That's still stuck there. This might explode. Get that out of there. I missed one thing. Get out of there. Okay. Oh, we got it in.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
What is this? The antenna didn't go in?
Left in your shift cutter? Do what you do. Weaver out.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Okay. We got that in there. Where did that big hunkin' thing go? Not that big hunkin' thing. Oh, you know what? I sent it in, I think. Oh yeah, the reactor is always a big chunk of cash. And this thing would be nice to get too. This goes in the barge. Oh, I got caught there. Down it goes. Oh yeah, that settled in well. I already feel it doing wonders in my stomach. Oh, good. And honey's got that power, right? All right, I wonder if I can get these things.
Account credit applied.
Or if they're kind of just locked in there just enough. There we go. Running low on O2 again.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I didn't release this one. I don't want to suffocate. Oh, I don't need to cut those. I just need to cut that and that.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Send yourself flying. Okay. Just get the oxygen. Honey is indeed amazing. Has helped me through a lot of my life. We just started raising bees. Well, raising bees. We just started keeping bees somewhere nearby us. In a place that we kind of said, this is good for you, bees. And are hoping to begin harvesting honey next year.
Salvage deposited.
All right.
Applying credit to account.
We're not coming back to this ship. We're not getting 120 things. Can I get this stuff into the machines fast enough? Do you think they'll actually go? I don't think my tethers are strong enough. I've ripped this ship into so many pieces. I've ripped it now into the point where I would be able to finish this with the next day. But I physically don't have the power. Can I get this? I don't have the power to cut it anymore.
You got about a minute left.
Yeah, you are separated. I can grab that. A few extra bucks. Okay.
Salvage deposit.
You are
confirmed.
separated,
Applying credit.
but I don't seem to be able to actually get you to move. Ah. Can't even cut level 3? Yeah, it only comes off one way. All right. Yeah, that's it for this ship. I can't break it up anymore as much as I would love to. We're gonna have to get another ship. Man, we were so close. The next one is the deal that your tools aren't strong enough. Yeah, pretty much. My little cutter just can't cut through those the whatever it is, the nanoplaster or those grade 3 cut points. So, in order to cut through grade 3 cut points, I need demo charges, but they cost 120 links credits to unlock them. So, with the inability to cut any more on that ship, we're gonna have to just get a new ship here. I'd like to get one that has pistons on board, like this one. Or this is a pretty simple ship. I would need to get 2. This one only it doesn't have pistons though. None of those big ones, please. Okay, so this looks like a pretty simple one. I'd have to get 2 of these, but that's fine. And I get piston and wires off of this ship. It's not a lot of money, but I don't really worry about that right now. I just want the 20 points, and I want to get a ship that I know I can finish cutting without level 3 cut points. Oh, that's right. I got a text that I have to read before. Very weird.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000.
My stepson has just told me that he's gonna go to his dad's house after D&D because I guess their cat just had a heart attack. And so he needs to be there to watch the kids while they take him to the vet. Amusingly, the first text he said actually said that they were taking his like, you know, 7-year-old brother to the vet and made no mention of the cat. So I was very confused, but it is what it is. Friends here had to put down one of their cats today. Oh man, everyone's getting bad cat news. Mine's just that I don't get to have a cat, but it still stinks. I'm sorry that your friends had to put down their cat. I am near the reactor. I can tell because my stuff's all freaking out. Now I thought I could remove those nacelles from the outside. I guess not. It definitely takes longer to do it this way. A cat, all cats are trouble. Man, this cat was a cutie though. Right into the front. processor.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
My softest spot is for cats. I just can't handle the single thought of losing even one. Yeah. Ow! It's tough losing a pet. Oh, that's not doing anything. Oh, yeah. I think I can grab it by that. There we go. And get that in there without having to pull the panel saw off. Beautiful. All right, let's get inside. And while we still have power,
Depressurizing. Airlock pressurizing.
while we still have power. Oh wow, a lot of nice stuff on here. Yoink. Yoink. Yoink.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Okay. Piston.
Ooh, that part is perfect for the Armadillo. Check out the diagnostic program in your hab to install it.
Wow, there's a fuel tank just right here. These are awful. Is that a door? All right. Computer terminal. All right. Let's eject that thruster. Okay. Looks like there's no reactor that I need to worry about. So from this point, which way is up? I think this right here is down. Which means this is where I'd like to cut through. Okay. Yes. Fall away, my precious floors. All right, coolant tank goes in the barge. And this thing, this honker of a floor goes in the processor. And then fuel tank. Barge.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
And coolant tank barge. That thing goes up there. All right, and now we have this
Credit to account.
super nice hole. Actually, I'm gonna make it one bigger. Send everything down
Salvage registered.
into the barge.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
That's another repair thing. Did my, like, scanners just break? Is that why I'm getting all this terrible feedback on my HUD? Like, what happened? What the farts? Oh, it's still pressurized in there? Oh, there is a reactor. That's what's causing the weirdness. All right, stand still. A few pistons came out flying around. Yeah, parts definitely do be flying around like that when you explosively decompress a room. This goes in the processor, except for that light. That goes down there. It's worth like $1,000. Ooh, 3,000.
Salvage secured.
Okay.
Applying credit.
Let's cut this wall off.
Object accepted for processing. Credit deposited.
Uh-oh. No, 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 no. No.
Salvage deposit
Don't get in there.
secured.
Damn it.
Credits awarded. Salvage goal achieved. Rewards allocated.
It just sent all that into there. Can I get it back out? Nope. All that red stuff shouldn't be in here. Oh, that's bogus. I hate when stuff like that happens. The physics, and part of it, that's part of the charm. The physics do be getting a little funky in this sometimes. Oh, don't want to hit a fuel tank by accident. That is a great way to die. That is a great way to enlist a new spare. Into the processor, but I want to grab that light if I can. I'm gonna miss it. That's okay. Oh, I got it. All right.
Secured. Credit deposit.
Reactor. This is an easy reactor.
Object accepted for processing.
Done. This all, except for the lights, is gonna go on the processor. Oh, okay. You're gonna hook to yourself then? Let's hook there. Well, I'm gonna lose that light, but that's okay.
Salvage deposit registered.
Is that gonna work? Or is it just gonna pull that off? Okay. Come on. Come on, fuel.
Kurt, you're looking at roughly 5 minutes left in this.
Oh, I know.
Keep on at it. Weaver out.
Oh, we got an air filter. Okay. Definitely more important than the air filter are these engine nacelles.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
I didn't cut through that side yet? Okay.
Salvage
I did not.
credit applied. Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
Okay, down you go. Oh, we got another antenna here. I threw that to the wrong place. Oh, I got it. Probably another one on the other side.
Deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Nope. Okay, let's cut in here. We will not be able to finish this ship in one day, but I think there's a good chance we'll finish it in 2. So it's probably worth it. Are you serious?
Transferring credits.
The thruster's gonna turn sideways. There is a trick to this. It's like it holds it in the position, so if you rotate... Wow, I broke my own thruster connection. I've never done that before. Alright, so like, yeah, there. I love how I'm twisting the whole ship around. We did it.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Okay.
Applying credit.
Alright, finish grabbing all the stuff out of this ship. I do not want to have to go back for oxygen.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Okay. Do it the cheap way. The cargo hatch.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Need to.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
Yeah.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Yeah, probably break through this lull again.
Time is winding down, Cutter. Dig deep. Let's finish strong.
Should probably be a little bit more careful. There is a fuel cell in here. Oh, the airlock was still vented. I needed to open that airlock. Ooh, well. I broke the light.
Salvage secured.
I self-oriented here. Not much of a reason to fuss with all this.
Salvage secured. Credit
Just float away for a second. Here's our 67 links tokens, or 57 links tokens. We can now afford the stinking things. Probably gonna give us a training on it too.
46-52. All the team at Lynx would like to wish you a happy and productive day.
Okay, but we did get all this. All right.
Dear Xavier, I wrote you a poem in your language. I hope you like. Sorry for the mistake. You are my sun, bright and center of my being. Warm fire, always there and burn brightly. If you go away,
They're infused.
cold and alone, please do not be doing that. Love anesthesia.
All right, what? Surely something's. No, everything's doing okay actually. All right, demo charges. Ooh.
Ah, I see you grabbed the demo charge license. Great choice. All right, Cutter. Now for some training on how to use... Just chuck them down and light them up. Should see a big boost in efficiency. Hey, Cutter. I'm, patching through the operation manual for those things. Be careful, okay?
Adds the standard Lynx brand disarming mechanism, allowing demo charges to be retrieved after being deployed. Caution, mishandling of the disarming mechanism can result in premature detonation of the charge. Nothing cuts quite like these little gems. These remote demolition charges clear big salvage quickly, giving you more time for those detail pieces. The accompanying Lynx brand handheld charge detonator has over 10 different modes, 9 additional modes pending, and is safety certified. Safety certification pending. Boy, I'm excited for that. All right, we definitely don't need them on this current run. We need dampeners and was it distributors? What was it? Oops. Hey, there's our ship. We need dampeners and fuses. Oh, fuses. Okay. I know how to get those now. I've yet to actually get one. But I know how to. All right, I do not need fuel. There's all the aluminum that got destroyed for being down there. $50,000 to refill my freaking demo. R to open tool menu. There's demos, okay. V to swap mode.
Okay. Now, you sure your charge is in the right spot?
Place charge or throw it with an upgrade.
Ready?
Cut angle, okay.
Give that trigger a
And then
squeeze.
detonate. Okay, that's easy enough. That's the air filter. Do need to take that out. All right, we're gonna finish clearing this thing today.
Salvage secured.
That
Applying
didn't
credit.
work. I love it. Okay. Take that. Where does this all go? Processor. Wow, that took a lot.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
All right. Well, let's get from this side real quick. Yes, need the fuel.
Fuel levels restored.
All right, these all go into the furnace.
Material accepted.
But I needed to get them off the air filter so that I could cut the air filter out of its casing. I don't know why it's giving me such a bad, weird image there. The hell is that?
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
Still attached. Probably to these little things. Hate these little things. I can't cut them either. I would need to use my demo charges. That feels like a little bit of overkill. Oh, it's still attached by that.
Salvage
Okay.
deposit registered.
Anything else
Credited.
of value needs to come off now, including the rest of the nano panels. Any doors? Any... Oh, yeah. Electrical bits.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Okay. Do not eat me alive, furnace.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Come on. What is taking you so long to get in there?
Awarded. Salvage goal cleared.
One more salvage goal.
Allocated.
Oh my god. You know what? It might just be easier. Send you over there. Okay. Gotta get the rest of the nanocarbon off of this. I mean, I don't have to, but with 9 minutes left, I should.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Processor deposit accepted.
Oh, that one's not going.
Credits awarded.
I must have not cut something off of that that needs to come off. Ah. Yes, there is more. Wait, what? Hold on. What am I looking at? Yeah, okay. Those tethers are gonna be gone by the time I figure what the heck I'm doing out. Is there a... No, I just have to remove this. There it is. What is this? This goes to the processor.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Okay.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
I have accidentally pulled the whole shebang closer to the furnace. Which is kind of good, except for I need to make sure I get the nanocarbon stuff off.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Valuable object processed. Credit awarded.
Oops, that's not what I need to cut. I need to cut this. Yes, to the processor. Okay. Now most of this is gonna go into the good old incinerator now. Technically, these fuel pipes should go into the processor. And this is one more piece of nanocarbon. Okay, so all that's left that's for processing are these. God, that takes forever. You know what? I might not need to do that. I think I might be able to just cut them from here. Where the heck am I? There we go. Okay. That got stuck. Yep, I can move the whole thing. We did hit our salvage goal. And I'm pretty sure everything that's left is furnaceable. So, into the furnace.
That's 5 minutes left on the clock, Cutter. 5 minutes remaining.
There was a door.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Well, apparently there's something left that didn't get put in the right spot or is floating around still. Oh, look at that.
Raw material deposited.
That's more food garbage. I don't see anything else. So I'm gonna guess that that little bit there is what I accidentally threw into there and just didn't get processed, but now is stuck down in the barge. Huzzah! Indeed. So early shift. 94.7%. A little bit below spec, but you know. We did destroy 14 lights. You know how it is. We are a journey person though.
Has been achieved. License level increased.
All right. Now we can take on a bigger ship again. Oh, my phone's ringing.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have one incoming trip.
Rook, what's cracking? You hitting your salvage quota
Yes.
and actualizing your potential?
Yes.
I know I'm snarky about the corporate stuff. Can't help it, really.
You believe in
I think I'm
unions.
missing the gene that makes folks just accept things when they could be better. I know the fight isn't for everyone, but I grew up with it. I spent more time shaking off station security than playing with friends.
Oh man.
Maybe it's naive to think the world should be better, but I don't mind. I'd rather be hopeful than jaded. Oh, we got
Hardy.
revenue. Catch you later, Rook. Flew out.
Man, I have good. Oh. Weaver's buzzing you because you're a criminal and you're gonna be killed by the Lynx Corporation.
Good morning, Cutter. It's time to begin your workday.
Okay, I can do Javelin, heavy cargo, medium-sized ships now. Yo, that Hardy poster slaps. What? Wait, hold on. Why is this more expensive now? Oh God, it cost me 100,000 to rent the demo. Jesus. All right. We need dampeners and fuses. Gotta steal that stuff, not buy it. Well, I'm renting it right now. I gotta buy it, which is an option right here. Purchase your scanner. It'll cost 137 Lynx tokens. And I have to be rank 20. Oh, I haven't even bought these. Nice. I should probably fix up my scanner. Oh, but anything to reduce the cost or the durability drain on my normal tools. I can get Tether strength up too. Space magic purchase requires. That's funny. I have exactly enough to get that. Okay, great. Once again, where are you making a ride, by the way? Or why are you making a ride, by the way? To get away? It's awful up here, man. Who wants to be stuck here, huh? What did I do? Under pressure. I got a holographic sticker? I didn't read what it said. Got any other cool stickers? Can I not? Have I already placed this one? Okay. Anyway, Weaver gave it to us because he's physically unable to do work. Like his body has been mutated somehow. In one of his spares, he got a bad spare, and now he can no longer do anything. He's kind of trapped. So he gave us the ship that he was gonna work up. This has dampeners and fuses, so it's a great choice for cracking things open. And it's a smaller ship too. In fact, I think it's the same kind of ship we just worked on. No, not quite. It's the... Oh, this has also got... This is slightly more expensive. A slightly bigger ship. Class 1 reactor. What did the other one have? A Class 1 reactor. Okay. The Mathis. All right. Yeah. All right, the Mathis it is. So he gave the ship to us, and we can now fix it up so that we can get gate-worthy. And I don't know if it's like I'm just gonna escape and leave all my debt behind. According to the intro music, like I have a daughter back on Earth that I'm trying to.
I really miss seeing people. Sitting in that shoebox that I have is driving me up the wall.
Well, at least you got us in your ear all day.
It's just not the same. I need action. I need to drink a beer with friends every now and again.
You got used to it, I guess.
Even playing board games together would be nice.
Board games, yes. Hello, collected drinking game, anybody?
Oh, yes. I love that game. I never win, but that's okay. One day, we'll be out of here, and we'll all have a beer together somewhere. Promise.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Weaver. I know you called what's her name. Whoa! Wow, that pancake flyer. Ow! Fuck. I'm dead. Go, go, go!
Get over there before you die. No. That's gonna cost me $600,000.
Entering rest mode. Your daily performance feedback will be available shortly in the Lynx assessment portal.
Boo. Squirt out another one. Low helmet integrity has resulted in death.
So, Cutter, I'll say one thing. You certainly ain't afraid of dying. You might want to try and keep your spares to a minimum if you want to pull yourself out of debt.
Did that bit go in? Did look like the bit went in, though. Yeah, indeed. Major whelp. I got that on the wrong side of me. Gotta be more careful.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
All right. Well, as always with these ships, I like to remove the external bits first.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Ship is fully pressurized. So not a good idea to just bust in through the back. We're gonna go in through the door. Very similar to last time. Go in. We'll crack the floor.
Depressurizing. Airlock pressurizing. Air pressure level decreasing. Airlock depressurizing.
All right, that's all depressurized now. But, oh, interesting. But not the thing I did last time. Yo, I got stuff to do now. Have a nice stream, Ted. Take care. Thank you, Nukex. Hey, thanks for coming and stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope your tummy feels better. Okay, crack that. And then important to crack this the proper way. Why? Why wouldn't you atmospherically regulate, huh? Huh? Okay. Somewhere in here there's dampeners. All right, we crack out the floor now. Looks like in the wall near where we are is where the what? What's holding you on? Nothing was holding you on. Woo!
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Okay. Let's crack some more of this floor open. Oh, the cutter is damaged. Everything gets damaged so quickly. I'm pretty sure this is all a scheme to keep us in debt forever. Okay. Floor pretty much open here.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Come on.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Where did that thing
Salvage
go?
deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Where are the dampeners?
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Terminal? Extract wires.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Heat sinks from the data bank.
Salvage
This looks like a wall of money.
credits awarded.
Do you have a favorite mechanic in this game? I don't know, man. I really like just cutting into the building, or cutting into the thing. Like, the cut points exist. I do kind of wish there were no cut points. So you kind of had to figure out where a good place to cut was.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Which I know is the opposite of a favorite mechanic, because I was just saying something that could be better, but there's just something really satisfying about cutting into a behemoth of a ship and sucking out its goodness. I don't know if there's any like one thing
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
that is like, this is the thing. Why is my HUD going crazy? I'm probably near the reactor.
Salvage registered.
It's probably in the wall right there. Let's test the theory here. Oh, well, yeah, it has to be in the wall right there. Because we are, the thing is on the other side.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
As usual, I like to detach the cockpit here for easier access to the hull. You may stop moving now. You may stop moving now. You may stop moving now. Really need you to stop moving now. Right. And the rest of you stop moving.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Processor deposit accepted.
What was that? Oh, that was a dampener. That's what we needed. We do still need fuses though.
All right, Cutter. You got about 5 minutes to fill your boots. 5 minutes left. Weaver out.
I love how it talks like I'm not just gonna come back to this same ship tomorrow.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Okay. There is a lot of glass in this, which I don't think I got last time. Oh, right, that's right, because I didn't even get the whole... I put the whole... cockpit into the barge by accident. Okay, apparently that takes that whole thing apart. Wow, that's not at all what I did, but...
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Okay. Now I gotta crack all this. No, 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 no!
Salvage secured.
So I did deliberately charge it up.
Goal reached. Reward
But part of my brain was like, I'll just blow all the stuff inside out, right? You know? I didn't think about the fact that that was such a light piece of metal at that point that I would blow the whole cockpit into the damn... barge again. And yes, I can tear through it pretty quick. This is also a smaller ship. And therefore a little bit of an easier to understand ship. There's our reactor.
salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Is there anything still holding this part on? So they changed it so I can't cut those anymore or pull them off. They have to be cut. Are these somehow? They were. I don't know how the math on that works. Shit, shit,
Material
shit.
accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay. Alright, probably shouldn't try to get the reactor in this precise second.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
I somehow destroyed an airlock console?
Oxygen reserves are low. Reminder, asphyxiation can mean you missed salvage goals.
Don't want to die again, so I should probably
You got about 1 minute till the yard goes dark.
worry about that oxygen. I don't think I technically have enough oxygen for the whole 46 seconds,
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
but I don't want to pay for it. I could just end my shift early by 34 seconds.
Reserves are critical. Reminder, employees are responsible for regulating carbon dioxide levels.
Broke down half the ship. We got a few repairs to make. Got another phone call. Man, stories happening.
You have.
Hey, are you all around? Seriously, what is with this guy? I honestly can't tell if he's a sociopath or just incompetent.
He's like extremely intimidating.
Should we reach out for some support?
What kind of support you thinking?
Like technical support?
No, Ty, the Union.
I get why you think you want that, kid, but you don't. Trust me.
You're talking about bringing the union stuff here?
Let me handle it, folks. Please.
Weaver, no disrespect. But this is becoming bigger than just our crew. The Union might help us report this as an official complaint. Maybe mediate a discussion.
Wait. I'm gonna take care of y'all. Same as always have, okay? Just go on and get them 40 wings, alright?
Weaver knows about the Union?
I didn't know Weaver knew about the Union.
Hello,
Oh man, I totally missed it. What was a cool strategic choice? Oh, leaving so I didn't have to pay for more oxygen? Yeah. There's some great diving running out of Alabama and Georgia over the former Sunshine State. Not much of Florida has gone to deep water, so there's some really beautiful dives through Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and my personal favorite, Sarasota, with her white sands. You've got to keep your eyes open for jellyfish and bull sharks, but really it's not Florida without a little danger. Driving across the North Sea Lake is one of the great journeys to take in Europe. You've got the freshwater lake on one side and the old North Sea on the other. The dams were built a couple of 100 years ago to hold back the tides that threaten Europe, but they are incredibly well maintained even today. There are too many lives on the line in Denmark, Germany, and the Netherlands to let the dams fail. As a jelly man, you're going wherever the blooms take you. Find a path and follow those beautiful blooms of jellies out to the horizon until your hold is full. Your hold. This year we've been running 98% or more capacity on every return trip. There's more jelly in the ocean than ever before. Alright. Alright, I can install the dampener. I need more fuses though. There's supposed to be fuses in this ship. No, don't start ship. Don't start. I gotta fix things. Oh my god, everything's breaking. Alright, 41. That's just range. I don't care about range. Strength is good. Tether amounts and tether lifetimes would be good. Thrusters breaking down less. Okay. Then we definitely need to work on our scanner. And our helmet. Oh, we can actually get more O2. And we haven't even... Oh, wait, that's the other upgrade, right? And basically, we haven't even touched our suit either. We haven't even used the demo chargers and we lost 8%. Now, I did die. So, like... tethers. And fuel. That's what I actually wanted, was thruster fuel. Alright. Finishing this ship up today. The reactor's right there. I would like to be able to get this wall off, though, just to more easily get the reactor out without too much hassle. Okay. What did I just destroy? A solar cell? I just destroyed this solar cell? What the farts? I don't know what I did to destroy the solar cell. That whole thing's just garbage now. Oh, no, okay. Just that part. I frankly don't know what the difference is, but... Just put it all in there. Oh, you son of...
Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Salvage goal achieved. Rewards allocated. Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
guess let's be a little bit more careful on this side to not destroy any part of the solar cells.
Deposit accepted for processing.
Actually, looks like I can take them off right now since there's nothing in the way.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage
Okay.
secured. Applying credit.
Go, my pretties.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Overheat. That's still charged.
Salvage registered.
Which makes sense, I guess, because the lights were still on. Okay. Now, I think I can get all these parts without disrupting these wires.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Yes.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Are these? Am I getting anything for these wires? Oh, electrical cables? Yeah, actually, quite a bit. I mean, not really in the grand scheme of things, but enough that I don't think I should be just throwing them away. All right, that's gonna go in the barge. You're still getting power from something. What are you still getting power from? Oh, there's
Raw
still...
material processed. Credits deposited. Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Salvage deposit secured. Credits
very
awarded.
confused about what's still... how you're still getting power. Oh my god, it is good that you're still getting power, though, because I... Did I do this? Oh, I already did do this. Okay, are you getting power from in here? You are! Okay. There we go.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account. Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Dollars go 4 reached.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
You're still attached to something?
guess it's this bar still. Yep.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Okay.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Just cut it all up right now.
Object processed. Transferring credit. Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Okay. What is left on here? A little bit of nanocarbon.
Applying credit. Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
All right, that's all furnace left, right? Oh, nope.
Processing valuable objects. Credit awarded. Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
Now, I didn't see any fuses.
5 minutes left, Cutter. How you use them, entirely up to you. We were out.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded. Material accepted. Credits transferred. All salvage.
All right, we hit all the salvage goals. Where were the damn fuses? It said it sends the fuses on board.
Processing object.
That's everything, though.
Credits to account.
Not even 2 days. That shift I ended like whole 3 minutes and 30 seconds early. That's like a fifth of the day. Oh my god, another one?
Hello, shipbreaker. You have one incoming.
Hey, Rook. How's life? I don't know why, but I've been feeling a bit lonely lately.
Because you know your end is nigh.
Unusual even, which is saying something for this kind of work. Creeps up on me sometimes. Gets me thinking about this girl I knew back on the Airs platforms. Bumped into her while climbing around the scrapyard. Red hair. Like hot metal. Wicked smart, that one. Cute, too. We ate falafel at a street vendor, then got ice cream. Her lips were cold and sweet when we
Whoa. Okay.
I was too shy to go home with her. She had fire in her. She left for a job out on the frontier, other side of Jupiter. I'm not mad at her. I would have done the same thing. Where I'm from, you can't really pass up those opportunities. Wonder if she ever thinks about me. Hope she's happy. Hell, she sure shouldn't have any regrets. Anyway, I'll get back to daydreaming and leave you be. Lou out.
Aw.
Good morning, shipbreaker. Please enjoy the following inspirational message. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, you will be successful.
Okay. How are things looking? Great. You know what? Get those things repaired. I think it's time to start upgrading my scanners. Okay. Now the scanners have their full functionality. Do need to get this at some point. Alright, we still need fuses. This ship supposedly had them. That's a big honker of a ship. Everything else is like garbage, though. We could start the Salty Saturn Star Cruiser. I think I have everything that I technically need to like crank through this thing. All right.
Cutter? Hey there. It's just... The pressure is really getting to me. It feels like... When I was just a kid. You heard about the Kurill Islands?
There we go.
It's like hell there. We escaped when I was maybe 5.
Holy
Crossing the
shit.
ocean in those tiny boats was the scariest 2 weeks of my life. You have no idea. We got so close, we could see Pacifica. But this storm comes in, flips all of us over. I just remember sinking deeper and deeper all around me, and that's what this feels like.
Dude, you got some problems then. Armor plating?
I guess that's why I'm such a screw-up. I'm not built to carry all this weight. Anyways, thanks for listening, Cutter.
Yeah, dude. Okay, these all pop off.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Oh.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I love that these things... I really need to up my tether length or something. 'Cause this stuff's just not even making it down.
Deposited. Applying credit to account.
There's very little point to do these like chain tethers, even though they sort of like show them off in the intro. Like this isn't even moving anymore. Why chain tether?
Salvage
It looks super
no
cool.
credit applied.
But it doesn't actually seem to do anything. It's a less efficient method. That one fucked up. This one's gonna be a nightmare.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Ugh.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
I hate how finicky the tethers get sometimes. Alright, let's get these armor platings off.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred.
Oh no, you don't.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Everything is depressurized inside, which is great. Should not have started cutting. Gotta let this thing cool off a little bit. There we go. Alright, there's probably some on the other side too. Also have a little.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
No! No! Oh, okay. You think I can separate?
Credit applied.
Yeah, I can, but there doesn't seem to be much reason to do it yet. Okay. Alright, time to get in, I think.
Airlock depressurizing.
I think it's time actually, I should probably go into the back.
Airlock pressurizing.
Why is the airlock pressurizing? I was under the impression that, oh, this single compartment is pressurized.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Okay, there we go. Now everything's open. So this can come off. Okay. I don't want to do anything that's going to get rid of the power, though. Until I've had the chance to go back here and turn off all the stuff that, like, okay, these need to get flushed. Okay. Can't go in through there. So this is actually a separate door? There is one pressurized airlock in here. Right there. Can we just depressurize that?
Airlock depressurizing.
Yeah. Under pressure. There we go. Okay. Where the hell does this lead? Just, oh, like another. Oops. No, don't do that. Okay, so this is the atmospheric or environmental control unit. No, 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 no. Can I not? I want to activate it.
Tether supplies are dropping.
Yeah. I might have just set myself on a timer here. I don't remember. Oh, that set the timer off. Oh, good. Shit. Yeah. I don't have a way out. Son of a bitch. Fuck.
All right. You got 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Before they turn the lights out on you. We were out.
Fuck, 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 fuck. You can do one or the other. You can't do both, or else it goes into freaking deathy kill time. I don't know the best way to get out of here. Maybe I can get out of here this way. Get that shit out. I can clean up all of this later. Get in there. Get in the ship, you dumb.
Salvage destroyed. Please avoid damaging valuables.
Come on. Yeah, we can still do this. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Electrical damage. Please limit convulsions.
Oh, we did it.
Deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Oh, man.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
That was tense. All right, this thing needs to stop moving for a second.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
What? Why won't you?
Great job, Cutter. Now, just make sure to clear the area before detonating that bed. And liftoff. See, Cutter? That's how it's done.
All right, we are running out of oxygen.
Valuable object processed.
I think with that done,
Warning. Oxygen reserves critical.
2 minutes of time, whatever. Let's just end the day. Get another phone call. Nope, not today.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. This is your daily wake-up call.
$42's not enough to do anything that I really want to do, so let's just get back into the... We are looking for fewer fuses in power junctions and breakers, sizably cutting down your debt. Hopefully. Yeah, that wasn't a separate... That's the, that's the idea, right? I know it's not Lynx's idea, but,
Salvage registered.
okay, let's chunk off the back of this ship now. This all is processor. Can I detach it somehow? It's not connected there. So it looks like if I can just cut it off of that. It's another part of the shielding. Hello. Come on, shielding. Bong. Okay.
Object processed. Transferring credit. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
All right. I wonder. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, you know what? I think I have to... It's sealed to the ground, right?
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
No? Coolant pipe goes in the processor. Maybe I just cut out that aluminum panel? Just getting too much shit in my way.
Salvage destroyed. Don't do that.
Wow, that tiny little piece was almost $30,000. No. Quick.
Caution. Out of tethers.
Am I really?
Helmet damage detected.
Fuck.
Always use Lynx branded repair kits.
Damn
to
it.
avoid invalidating your warranty.
That's government contracting for you.
Welcome to Venditron 9000. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase.
It's others.
Tethers restored.
All right.
Let's separate. No. Interesting. The Arrow Bridge is... Maybe I have to cut through Arrow Bridge. Yep. Alright. Now don't go anywhere after I knock you away like that. I just needed to get in your door. That's what they always say. Come on.
Raw material accepted.
Vault terminal just gives wires, right? I'm still looking for those fuses.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage
Food.
deposited.
More terminals.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Float in there. I love the float in there signs.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Hello. Alright, so in theory, somewhere in here is a power regulator,
Processing object.
which has got my fuses in it. How are you still attached? Oh, it didn't cut through all the way. What the heck? First time it cut through easy peasy. What? Why did it cut through so easily the first time? I can't see because of that bright... There's some lights in there, but I don't care.
Raw material deposited.
Okay, now let's start throwing in all of the nanocarbon. Overheating. Damn it.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Okay. I don't need to pull that off. It's all going in the barge. Okay. Is this day 2 on this thing? Yeah, it is.
Deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, how do I get this thing out? Probably just cut open the. Well, let's cut open this.
Salvage destroyed. Please refrain from
You got 5 minutes remaining in your shift, Cutter. 5 minutes. Weaver out.
Okay.
Material accepted. Credits assigned. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Okay. That's everything from this little chunk. Well, there's one more light. Might as well, since it's right here. How do I separate this chunk from that
Salvage
chunk?
deposit confirmed. Applying credits.
Like this. This is processor food. Oh. Whoa. Okay, the barge is down. Always keep the barge down. Okay. I wonder if we can get some of these nacelles out. Well, I want to get the fuel tank out first, I guess. Is there any way to even do that?
Deposit accepted for processing.
Oh, man.
Material accepted.
All right.
Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
Welcome to Vendadron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Okay. So last time I definitely blew stuff up doing this. The fuel lines are all empty. So I think I can cut this. Yes. Okay. I can detach the now empty fuel lines via the cut points. So at the very least, I can get the nacelles out before I blow everything up. Okay. Fuel lines are cut. I remember last time I worked with one of these, I just was annoyed by how easy it was to accidentally light the fuel, the main fuel tank on fire. Like I think I let that lit that regulator or whatever that has the flusher, and even though the whole thing's supposed to be flushed, that apparently still has fuel in it. All right, where the hell am I?
Not much left of this shift, Cutter. About 1 minute remaining.
Well, no, Weaver, you don't understand. There's a lot left of this ship. Not much left in the time that I have in this. Oh, no, he said shift, didn't he? Yeah, no, he's not wrong about that.
Accepted. Credit applied.
Right, it was this part right here. Like, this still has fuel in it, I think.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
And so when I tried to disconnect those goobers, it like lit.
Level achieved.
Cutter 9346-52.
Okay.
Your designated
Oh, I can work with irradiated objects now.
Have a great day.
I got an email.
Rise and shine, 52.
Uh-oh.
Let's have a chat.
Hal, we agreed we wouldn't change anyone's workload without talking.
Did we? Oh, I think you might have suggested it at one point. But here's the thing. I'm looking at the report.
I'm hitting
and
every...
the crew just still isn't quite hitting the target.
I'm hitting every target.
What are the targets?
Well, they're higher than this. So, we need to bump everyone up a level again.
Wait, we just did that. We just raised them.
Look, this team is good. You need to give good
If we're
salvage
good,
to a good
how,
team.
if we're not hitting the targets, how are we
For
good?
you 52, that means you'll be moving on to, let's see here.
Radiation.
That's right, nothing major. You're getting lots of it out there in space already. Let's go, team.
Cutter, radiation filters are no joke. Try your damnedest not to hit them hard, or they'll kick up a cloud of radiated particulate. Nasty stuff. Reacts badly to fire.
Okay, good to know.
I'll be here if you need me. Weaver out.
I mean, you literally don't ever help. I mean, you tell me stuff. I don't want to... Carefully remove the containment unit's access panels. Carefully cut the frame holding the radiation filter and carefully maneuver the filter to the barge. That's how they all say carefully. If they're damaged or jostled, they will emit radiation. Oh, God. Okay, coolant can get rid of it. Did that not count as reading it? Oh. Oh. All right, 94. More oxygen. There. Okay, next thing is probably to get more, oh no, I don't need more recharge. More thruster fuel. We haven't upgraded our thruster fuel, and we're starting to run through that faster now. The oxygen is certainly taking its sweet time, thankfully. Cooldown enhancement is not a bad thing. Oh, yeah, that's right. And I need to get 56 to get even higher strength. Okay, we got lots of stuff to buy now. All right. There's the new ship that has the radiation filters. I don't notice a radiation hazard mentioned on there. But we're going to continue with this ship. And I don't know. We might be able to squeeze one more ship in. Just get the fuel. Okay. All right. So I think I want to try to cut away. God, it's a lot of things to cut those. All right. This I need to be done very carefully. Come at it from this angle. All right, what is stopping me from pulling this out is the cage. What is holding the cage?
Look at this. Now I can change systems. Wait, what is that? What is this little bit of fuel pipe? Get in there. Boom.
Material deposited.
Oh, picked the wrong one. Should have put it into the processor. Oh well. Okay. Objects. This should tell me it's look there. That's a power generator. And this is a fuel pipe. Okay. So, I need to remove, or I could remove this. So either way, it's these babies. I want to cut it higher than that. You think I can do this multiple at a time? I only have one charge left.
Destroyed.
Nope.
Please pay attention.
How do you do that? I don't know if I need any more of those for the rest of this mission. How are you supposed to unhook that damn? It was so quiet this time.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
I mean, we didn't really lose all that much. Still well within our ability to get the to get all of the
Processor deposit accepted.
salvage goals. What is going on? Come on, pull this in. Okay. Why am I getting spooky music?
Applying credits to account.
Cleaning up this mess just to get the credits is a bit of an annoyance, but I might just be able to do this.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits. Valuable object accepted for processing.
All right. Well, we still got to learn how to do that,
Secured. Credits
to be sure. Does look like minimal damage to the inner. Oh, that's right. This goes to the processor. Why aren't you going?
valuable object processed.
Okay.
Credits deposited.
So I like that there is an in-game reason, an in-lore reason for why I am progressing through the ranks so quickly. Because it's like, I don't know how many ranks there are, 30 or something like that, but I'm already rank 14, cert rank 14, and it's like you complete one ship and you're cert rank 14. Like, what the heck? I barely even, well, not 14, but like you gain a rank almost per ship. What's the in-game reason? The the dumb man from Central keeps upping our rank, or our cert ranks, so that we can keep doing more and more dangerous jobs, so we can make more money for Lynx.
Object accepted for processing. Credit.
That's why they just had the conversation where Weaver was like, we just raised them. We can't, you know, how can we raise them again? Apparently I sent some nanocarbon in there. So that's nice that they kind of built that in, because you do, in a lot of these games, you suffer from like the PC glow, which I know isn't really suffering, right? But like, you come in and you're just the freaking best of the best, aren't you? Like, you know, all the people who've been working at this job their whole life can't hold a torch to you, Jeff Bigglesworth, who just showed up. You know, and that always kind of sat with me weirdly, because it's like, okay, I know I'm the best that there ever was, but like, we gotta, I don't know, gotta put like a, you know, I bet this right here leads to the, yep. We gotta put some kind of some kind of reasonable limit to how fast you can grow in lore. I mean, even the so Pokemon Arceus does the same thing, right? You're the freaking white savior, although you could be any color, I guess, in that. But you show up. There's a reason for it in Pokemon Arceus, though. I'm saying it's another okay example of how you can do this the quote unquote right way. You show up in Pokemon Arceus, and like everyone's been doing science and things to try to be great Pokemoners. They don't call them trainers yet. And what the hell? I just want to really remove this nanocarbon. And like you've got not a rival in this case, but like a bud. And she just is like incapable compared to you. Everybody's incapable compared to you. Why? Well, I guess everyone's incapable in Pokemon Arceus, but you are capable because, of course, you come from the future, where everyone plays with Pokemon all the time, and so it's nothing new to you. I don't know how to take these things off. So at least, it is separating. So at least, you know, they tried to build in a little reason too. It's not a great reason, but like, it's a reason. All right, fuses have been removed. Thanks for the in-depth explanation. That sounds sarcastic. I don't know how to remove. No.
Got about 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew.
How do I remove this part of the ship? I'm so confused as to why the ship isn't just falling apart right now. Is there maybe... That's a double airlock. Okay, so is it being held? Is it one solid piece? that's being held on by this. So anyway, I like it when games can come up with a logical in-game reason for why you are, like, you know, a god walking among mere mortals. Like, to take a bad example, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines. You are literally hours old when the story starts. I don't care, even if your sire is a significant generation, and he might be. He seems to be friends with the prince. He or she, I should say, seems to be friends with the prince. Because before the prince has him killed, he's like, you know, I'm sorry, my friend, in a very private moment. Which would lead me to believe, you know, that wasn't for show. Now, everything LaCroix does is kind of bullshit, so maybe it was all for show, who knows. But I can't separate these ships. What the farts? But, so even if you're gonna be a low gen vampire, even if you're coming in and let's say probably what the best you could hope for was that your sire was 7th generation. How he would make such a dumb mistake being so old and then make such a dumb mistake as to like sire without permission and get himself publicly executed, I don't know. But let's say he did. He's 7th generation. Apparently, canonically there are some 7th gens in that in that fuck! I just sent that thing flying in that city, which blow my mind since nobody acts like 7th gens. Which is, for those who the uninitiated, that's you're talking real elder now. 8th gen is like the lowest it lets you play in the normal game. In the normal Modern Knights game. You'd have to go, 7th gen is when you're starting to go like, we're playing a little bit more Dark Ages, a little bit older characters, more potent, really more potent characters. So, you're going through, and then you're just rapidly gaining power. Like, part of it is that it's a video game, so you gain XP, you learn disciplines. When in the reality of the board game, or the role-playing game, it takes time and significant investment. Whoa, that was still... that was still... had air in it. Oh, whatever. So, there's no explanation. They put no explanation in the game. It is noted... like it's commented on in places. I don't even know if it's commented on in the game itself, but it's commented on in places that your character grows unreasonably strong and reasonably fast. And there's no real good in-canon explanation for it other than you are some kind of like secret magic elder. That there's just no sufficient explanation. It is just the case. Now, you don't think about it too much, but if you're invested in the world and you understand how that world works, that should make no sense. You would walk into the prince's, tower at the end of the game and confront him, and even if he wasn't super like I'm a badass gonna kill people or whatever, we got no salvage goals that day, that Ventrue Elder would still laugh you out of the room.
Your allocated shift time will be commencing shortly.
Yeah, you kick his freaking ass. Actually, it does call it out.
he attempts to dominate you. And domination does not work on vampires of a lower generation than you. Not older, but lower generation. I didn't install the parts into the ship.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
So, interesting, right? Interesting to note. Because, he's unable to dominate you, which would mean that you are canonically a higher generation than him, which doesn't make any goddamn sense. But they do make a point to call that out. So like something weird is going on with your generation in that game, but there's no in-game explanation.
Processing valuable
And it kind of pulls me out of it a little bit. Now, I love the game still, but it pulls you out of it a little bit when you're a hardcore fan and you're like, well, why does it work this way? I mean, it's PC Glow. So I like that they took a few seconds and recorded a line or two.
salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
So that I could sit here and have this conversation for 10 minutes about how, well, at least they, give a reason for us
Deposit secured.
rapidly going through the ranks, besides us being just prodigies. And shit, I destroyed that.
Rewards
I've blown myself up enough times that I don't think I'm a prodigy. Ba-boom. Did you finish Stranger Things first half or whatever? First 6 episodes?
processing valuable objects. Credit awarded. Deposit accepted.
Yep. Was it good? I got one more episode, I think.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I'm just asking out of curiosity because I have been liking it a lot. I will say, though, I don't feel as much suspense. Last was definitely the highlight. Okay. I don't feel as much suspense or horror, honestly, as the first season. It definitely feels more adventure, like Eldritch adventure, than it does Eldritch horror now. And I don't know if that was deliberate or if that is just the result of, well, 3 seasons of the same, I'm not gonna say the same stuff because it is all different, but 3 seasons of the same universe for the characters. They're getting more confident, and as a result, we're seeing less scary stuff. Like in this first season, they know nothing. Everything's confusing. Everything's scary. And now they're just like, yep, there's a spooky thing. Why is my... There.
Salvage registered.
There's a spooky thing, and we're gonna take care of it, which again, I don't dislike.
Salvage secured.
But I haven't gotten any significant tension. You know what to expect now. Right. And I mean, to the credit, I mean, so do the characters, right? They've lived through this now 3 times. All right, now that you've seen, I know season 4 isn't over,
Salvage secured. Applying
but
credit.
having seen what you have seen so far, rate the seasons.
Also, I would like a power ranking on the characters. I'd have to remember the specifics to do that. Nah, man, you gotta just get the gut. I am currently 1, 3, then very quickly 4. Very quickly afterwards 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're just listing it in order of season. I still think 2 is the weakest season. And I feel like they're actually retconning a lot in season 4 that was said in season 3, which is interesting to me because my understanding was that the Duffer Brothers had it all figured out. Like they've got a little notebook, and obviously some things change, right? But they've got a little notebook, and which has the whole story kind of like penned out. But I'm getting serious retcon vibes from season 4 with all the stuff going on with L.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay. This is all going into the furnace. There's a light on it I can grab. There was definitely a failed pilot spin-off episode arc. Yeah, for number 8.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Yeah, I did not like those characters. They weren't likable. So, that was my issue with 8.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credit.
But yes. So, all right, and then the power rankings for all the characters. I am a what's his name lover.
Credits awarded.
Suave hair man. I can't remember his name, so this shows you how much I love him, right?
Secured. Applying credit.
I could follow the story of Maya Hawke and Steve all day. Not even the two of them together, although I like them together as well. Literally I love Steve, and I love the fact that what's her name is Maya Hawke. I didn't know. I was unaware that Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman were even a thing, let alone that they had a child, Uma Hawke. Maya Hawke, but Uma Hawke. And then once you know that she's Uma Thurman's daughter and Maya Hawke's, and Ethan Hawke's daughter, oh my God, you look at her and you're like, yes, you are indeed the child of those two people, very clearly. Power rankings, yes, indeed. I don't know how to remove this. It honestly seems like this whole intersection can just slide out, but I need to cut through this. I'm liking it now. This is great because this is what I've been asking for. Murray is high up there. I'm loving Murray after episode 4. Or sorry, episode 5. 6? Episode 6. 11 is probably my number 3. No, my number 4. Steve. Oh, I forgot about Hopper. Steve Hopper. Okay, so I think I have to go like Steve and Maya Hawke. if I take, I asked for your power rankings. Yeah, you're on. I appreciate it. If I take
You're fixing to dot the I's and cross the T's.
Hopper across all the seasons,
to do it.
then it's Hopper next, or maybe even Hopper in place of Steve and Hawk. I can't remember her character's name, which is a great. I just love the fact that I don't care about the character so much. It's a nice character, but I love the fact that it's Uma Hawk. So that's my thing there. All right, can I remove this panel now? So Hopper, Steve, and the actress Maya Hawke. Then Dustin and Eleven, pretty close together. You know, 11 kind of makes the story. Something is stopping it, and I think it's a freaking reactor. Oh, this came off. And then everybody else, except for Mike. Mike goes 5 spaces below the next lowest person. I hate that kid. Not the actor. The actor's fine and dandy. I just hate Mike.
Caution. Tethers depleted.
Mike is a big doo-doo head.
Welcome to Vintage Run 9000. Thank you for your
Tethers restored.
Isn't that favorite rankings and not power rankings? Okay. I see. I use the term power rankings to basically mean favorite rankings. If you need to adjust your, I mean, okay, obviously okay, now your thing makes more sense on a comical level, as that you put Hopper or you put Murray first. Didn't I cut this out? This is the hardest ship I've ever had to fully disassemble. Think I could just pull this section out? I don't know what the hell to do. And you'd go Murray, Steve, Robin, thank you, Hopper, and then everybody else. Yeah, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. But Mike has to go super last because he sucks. Oh. This is just a hunk of titanium. Also, the diner guy who helped 11 was up there.
Say get a move on, but you know that already.
Yeah, he died though. Spoilers for season 1. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to cut through this hunk of titanium. Now this thing is separated in half. Oh, I can even cut through... Shit. I can even cut through that titanium as well. In case this is too heavy. Which it's looking like it might be. Anyway, I've been enjoying Stranger Things.
I spent 2 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck I was supposed to do. Quick, cut it. Okay, now we can finish this day and we can wrap this up in the next day. I would have liked to have done this 1 day faster. We still made money today, but maybe that's for the best, because we're gonna end up finishing right on time here.
Morning ship breaker. Your theta wave levels
Do you
are
think the
high.
last Stranger Things big bad will be a dragon?
Before starting your shift.
If they hadn't gone to Vecna next, I think you would have been spot on. And I think it still could be. Right? Because it's Dungeons and Dragons.
Don't worry. Dr. Shippy's here to fix your ship right up. I'm reading elevated performance levels. Excellent.
Wow, I've had a lot of these.
Years, maybe you can become a real doctor.
I need another dampener.
My prognosis is you're
Assuming there is something after Vecna, I feel like there has to be. Do we really? Vecna makes it hard to figure out what would come after, right? Because he's a god, right? Like, you know, so I guess the only other thing to be would be something iconic, like a dragon, right? But a dragon almost feels like a step back. Because you've got an intelligence. I mean, you already had an intelligence with a mind flayer. Yeah, it's a Yakuza. You already had an intelligence with a mind flayer, right? Yakuza, it's like a dragon. Oh, that's funny. Tiamat? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not altogether wrong there. It really could be. Could be. It's both a dragon and like a god, an evil god too. I could see it. Did this not cut all the way through? What's holding this together right now? Oh my god, these things. What the hell? Debuted in 1977, it's fair game. So that was not the answer?
Salvage accepted.
Was to cut through that titanium? Shit. I don't know what to do to get this dang. Okay. All right, I got an answer. And since we're not gonna spend another day on this damn ship. Yeah, I think Tiamat's a pretty good guess. I think you might be on to something. These pieces won't come away.
Material accepted.
Are you serious? What is still holding these guys on? Tiamat's an evil thing.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
You know, Vecna could be working for Tiamat, or wouldn't it be interesting if it like
Vecna was actually somehow stopping Tiamat. And then it was like, you fools, you do not know what you have unleashed. I mean, it could be cheesy, but hey, it's a D&D campaign. Also, I just wanted to do my Vecna voice. I have a feeling the second half of the season will have a lot of lore. Well, I've basically seen no lore in the first half of the season. And honestly, it really appears to me like they call it Vecna because they happened to be playing against Vecna in the in Eddie's campaign, and it, in fact, it's like it does magic, and I'm like, really, all of it does magic. L does magic. Like, why is this any different? So the names are kind of like the Demogorgon was literally just because they were playing Demogorgons. Like, or playing against Demogorgon. He's a watch the last episode. Okay, I mean, it's on my plan. On the list of things I would like to do. Wife's out of town right now. But that just sounds to me like they're lucky then. You know, they got lucky that it's actually something related to Vecna, the god of secrets. Also, he doesn't have one eye or one hand. And they definitely specifically called out that he's missing one eye and one hand. Vecna. Which is possibly the thing he's most famous for. People don't even know what he's the god of. They think he's the god of death and shit like that. No, buddy, he's the god of secrets. So that was what I kind of... That was where I was getting the Vecna connection. Was that he was like probing people with secrets. Right? The people he attacks all have some kind of like deep dark secret. But even that, I mean, I don't know. My stepson has seen the whole thing, and he was talking to us because he wanted to talk about it, but we're like, you know, you can't like say anything because spoilers. But he had one complaint, which was that, and this is the weirdest complaint, and I want to see if you agree with him. His complaint was that in every other season, the big bad monster, I'm trying not to say anything, I appreciate it. In every other season, the big bad monster had a very clearly defined rule set for how it operated. That's just slowly going in there. A very clearly defined rule set for how it operated. And that this one, Vecna, doesn't seem to have a clearly defined power set. And I mean, this did surprise me because I was like, really? It seems kind of like as clearly defined as anything else, especially considering that up to this point you had monster that eats things, monster that yes and no, but I can't explain further than that. Okay. Up to this point, there has been nothing that has made me go, this guy doesn't have a clearly defined power set. By the way, I hate how this place is built. This kind of structure. The fact that you have to peel off the nanocarbon skin like that is so much more of a hassle. Alright, let's see if we can get some shit down into the... Yeah, a large part of it has been that the earlier big bads were largely bestial. Well, to be fair, only the Demogorgon has been bestial, right? Like, you got the Demogorgon, then you had the Demogorgon, like, slugs, which were just more Demogorgon. You had the Mind Flayer, which is the big bad of season 3. Now, because season 2 is the worst season, I don't remember what the big bad of season 2 was. Was it just more Demogorgons? Was it like Alien and Aliens? Season 1 was one Demogorgon, and season 2 was all the Demogorgons? You don't either? That's because season 2 was not great. I get this feeling in my brain, because like they fight everything at the cabin, and then Elle shows up in the last minute, having like got her goth outfit on and whatnot, and saves everybody. Vecna has a lot of agency that the others didn't. Yes, which makes sense if we're getting closer to the final big bad, the final intelligent, if assuming there is an intelligent mind behind the evil, it's going to it's going to show up the further we get in, right? It's not gonna be the first thing we fight. Did that come out? No. Like, that's why I have a trouble thinking about what the final enemy is going to be. If there is something beyond Vecna. If they defeat Vecna in this season, what will be the final enemy? Because Vecna definitely seems like it has a plan and an intelligence, and it's you know, it is striving towards that plan and intelligence with its intelligence, right? So what, you know, unless it's just like, oh, then there's another bad thing here. But assuming a narrative arc, we have to get a bigger bad, or they don't defeat it this season. And Vecna, and we have our first multi-season like villain outside of, you know, just the concept of like the Demogorgons not being defeated. You know, like it's clear that Vecna has more agency. Just from our interactions with it, you know, up to season, or up to episode 6. And there's definitely like more going on, right? It's been around longer than the Hawkins lab has been around. Which would explain why Hawkins lab may have existed in the first place, and why it may have been in Hawkins, right? If Vecna was showing up and doing the thing to the Creel family and anything else it did, and they were like, oh, oh fuck, I just sent that to the wrong place because I'm talking about Stranger Things. Can you just go out the... I'm figuring out how you're supposed to navigate these things, how you move them around in this three-dimensional space, but I don't like it. There we go. Just rocket that thing out. Hope it goes in the right spot. It actually did. That's great. And you're probably sitting there going, oh my god, watch the last episode so that we can actually have this conversation. Also, you're dropping frames. And like, I recognize that, my dude. I am hitting the wrong button. That just cost me like $1,000. I'm wondering what happens in part 2. All right, we have completed all of the requirements. I mean, that disturbs me. If you're wondering what can happen in part 2, and you're saying things like it's gonna be a lot of lore, that sounds to me like one of two things. Because some of the questions you're asking might be addressed in some way, but a lot aren't. It sounds like either they defeat Vecna in the next episode, and so it's like, well, what the hell are they gonna do in the last 2 episodes? Vecna's been defeated. That seems unlikely. Or Vecna has put himself into a state where... Or I'm just reading too much into what you're saying, maybe. Oh, that was broken. That's like poison thruster fuel. The hell? Is that radiation? Alright, I really can't remove these, right? There's no point to. There is cut points around it. Not cut points, but cut guides, but it just goes in the furnace, so... Anyway, yes. I gotta watch the rest of it, for sure. Yo, get in there. We got 1 minute. It will likely be on the docket, maybe even tomorrow night, but if not tomorrow night, partly because I have to watch it early enough that I can get back on the stream, because it's a multi-person stream on Thursdays for Hunt, so I don't want to make everybody else late. If not tomorrow, probably Friday night then. I'm not gonna get the credit for all this shit, because I'm not gonna get it in fast enough. Go. Go. I'll say, if it ends up being Friday, damn it. Watch it over streaming if need be. I shouldn't need to do that because we start Friday streams at 10. Are we playing this Friday, Moo? Not to put you on the spot. There's no one else here to hold you accountable, so.
Hello, Shipbreaker 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message.
Woo!
Make the most of your shift by fanning the tiny spark.
Salvage 280 million from one unique javelin. Oh, was that a unique ship? That might have been a unique ship. Should be, as long as you don't get a power outage. What luck, right? That you lost power. Like, obviously bad luck, but oh my god. Faster cooldown. Tether lifetime, more charge push, less durability drain. At least it's not Texas. I know in general they're not having a great time, but are they suffering more than usual right now? This increases capacity by 5. There's at least one town that has no water. Oh my god. I'm buying those because they're so expensive that I'd rather not have to keep buying them. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna buy more tethers. Man, I was wondering if we would get below 1 billion today. We're nowhere freaking near. I'm not gonna start another ship. We're at the end of the night. I do need to find one more dampener. It found in forklifts, apparently.
Does it say somewhere that this is unique? No. Okay. So this is the new one that has a radiation, but it doesn't have a dampener on it. I do want to get a dampener. This has a dampener, but it's another one of these gigantic freaking... I hate these ships. It's worth half the value, too. Probably because it's significantly smaller. Then we could just do a small ship for a dampener. Maybe this one. This has the shitty engines that you need to, like, run through really fast in order to shut them off. But I do not want to do another one of these Javelin class. They suck. Because this whole front section has to, like, you have to, like, pull it off separately. Maybe you go through that inside part and you snip, get everything unattached to it, and then you can just slide it off the front like a sheath or something. I don't know. That does have a dampener on it, though. This is another fast one that has a dampener on it. Like, I want to learn the new ships, so I don't... So, like, if I do this one, I'm committing to another, like, hour-long ship, basically. 4 days. If I do one of these, like this one, this I could get done in 2 days, 30 minutes. If not, 1. And then we could move on to the new ship. The Allen 7. So maybe that's worth it. Look at that, 9 salvage goals on this one. And surely there's the radiation filters on there. All right. We need to save and... Ooh, what's the inventory? Oh, it's just this. Okay, save and to quit. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for watching. There's leaderboards. Oh my god, look at this. Is this... There's actual leaderboards. Like, I'm on here somewhere. The highest ranking person still has 860,000. Oh, negative 860,000 debt. They're actually 860 million, almost $861 million of profit. And they've used 5 spares. Look at this guy! 800 million, 194 spares! This guy would be in first place if it weren't for these 194 spares. They're 150,000 or 500,000 each spare. Left work site? That's funny. Oh my god. This is kind of cool. I didn't know there was like just a total... Here I am. I'm 2,828th. I have died 3 times. And I'm still $1 billion in debt. What's the... Okay, what about just North America? 3rd place. I'm still... This guy hasn't died. Reactors salvaged? Oh, I don't even want to know.
105. That doesn't actually seem that high. I'm in a better place with my 8. Reactors destroyed? 0. Oh, hey, you could really easily get to the top of the leaderboards for reactors destroyed. You just gotta destroy 4 reactors. So, total income. I'm worse here. $2 billion. Total demerits. This must be how much, like, stuff you've destroyed. Friend only. Oh man, my one friend who has this game and plays it is ahead of me in debt remaining. We're tied for salvage, which puts me in second somehow. Tied there. Total income. Of course, he's gonna be higher because he's got less debt. He also looks like he's a higher rank than me. So he's clearly just played more. Yes, Softgood is the dude we played Beyond Earth with that one time. I haven't talked to him since then, probably, or shortly after. And that was a long time ago. But yes, that is the dude we played Beyond Earth with. He's got way more demerits than me, though. You still have him on your friends list? He's still on my friends list. I should reach out to him sometime and talk to him. Oh, I want to see this. There's nobody? Oh no, it's still friends only. Wow. This is without ever dying. Look at this though. Only the top 9 have actually paid off their debt. OpenShift isn't even much better than standard. OpenShift has no time limits or oxygen. Seems that paying off debt is an achievement. Yeah, seriously. I was gonna say we should play until we pay off debt. Now on standard here, paying off your debt puts you in the top 36. I was gonna say we should play till we pay off the debt, but now I'm wondering if that's gonna be achievable in a reasonable amount of time. So maybe we'll just play till the story ends and then be done for now. Grenth. Well, that's cool though. I didn't realize the leaderboards had all that. I assumed it had been for Cutter's race. Which I have no idea what it is. You have 15 minutes, 5 objectives. Salvage the storage, salvage electrical, salvage the class 2 reactor, salvage fuel, and salvage the nanocarbon. Wow. And you see how much you can do in one shift? This guy got 34 million in one shift when the total value is only 21 million? I don't understand how that works. All right. Let me open up. Oh, no. Don't reveal that information. How many people are watching? I want to get enough people watching one day that I can raid without embarrassing myself somebody who's oh, we got 5 viewers. That's way more than I thought we had. I have no one online that I personally know or even fake personally know. Right now I have freaking 2 rift tracks. Oh, the Rain Dog is on. We could raid the Rain Dog.
I gotta get enough viewers that I can break into one of these bigger streamers things and raid them and actually get somebody to be like, oh, hey. And that way I can eventually stream with Northern Lion, and my dreams will come true. All right, let's raid the Rain Dog. He's playing Mass Effect. Go give him my best. Oh, there's 4. Can we get all 5? Can we get all 5 viewers? No, we've lost a viewer somewhere. Okay, well, I'll be back tomorrow for Hunt Showdown. Until then, I'll leave you with one last piece of advice, which is do not apply demolition charges directly next to a large fuel tank. It will explode. With that being said, keep your feet on the ground, have a nice night, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.